The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Happy Sunday, one and all, and welcome to the first half of a Sunday Twin Bill on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the Law Office of Heather A. Long. On deck, the Stevenson Mustangs invade Fred Rust Arena for their first of two meetings with the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II team, who right now are starting to put it together. They've reeled off 4 wins in a row, and they look to kick off a 4-game homestand with one for the thumb. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box atop the stands here at Fred Rust Arena for this Sunday late afternoon tilt between the Blue Hens and Stevenson, who are just 50 minutes down the road north of Baltimore. We're going to head right into the Limestone Pension Associates line charts in advance of this game. As mentioned, Delaware has won their last 4, defeating Drexel, Georgetown, and then sweeping Millersville in a home-and-home Friday and Saturday, which saw Joey Hooper account for wait for it, 85 saves. So a well-earned day off for Delaware's senior netminder. We'll see sophomore Joe Monty get the call between the pipes. His first appearance for the Hens this season. Pat Flaherty and Sean Lipinski will handle starting defensive duties. And the big guns will get the Hens going to start up front. Brendan Stam, Brian Kramer, and Ethan Sharp. So far they've combined for 5 goals so far this season in 6 games recorded in the American Collegiate Hockey Association statistics database. Of note, last week, Jake Quinn, you don't see it on your score sheet at home, but he had 4 goals and 1 assist in the Hens' 7-1 routing of Georgetown last Saturday night. The Stevenson Mustangs, led by first-year head coach Joe Kittelberger. So far, they're 3-3-0 on the year. And we'll see Matt Cunningham get the call between the pipes. A pair of veteran Mustangs and Jonah Carlson and Tyler Chabot handling starting defensive duties. Michael Hughes, Tim Finkenzeller, and Anthony Breen will get the start up front. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses across America craft and administer qualified pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepensionassociates.net. And it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long, the official personal injury attorney of the Delaware Hockey Network. We'll be back in a few minutes for opening introductions, our national anthem, and the opening puck drop as we kick off a Sunday twin bill on the Delaware Hockey Network, all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
A live look back inside Fred Rust Arena. A fresh sheet of ice before us. And the University of Delaware men's Division II Blue Hens climbing to 5-5-1. They're an even 500 right now after sweeping a home-and-home against the Marauders of Millersville on Friday and Saturday night. They look to make it a 6-point weekend as they face off against Stevenson for the first of 2 meetings between these, we like to call them good blood rivals here this season. James Witherite, delighted to be joining you on this Sunday afternoon on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the law office of Heather A. Long. Greetings to all of you wherever you may be, East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between, joining us on the 412. Teams have taken back to the ice, and we're going to head inside the glass right now for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good afternoon, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Today, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Atlantic Coast Collegiate Hockey League present a men's Division II regular season matchup between the visiting Stevenson University Mustangs and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet today's starting lineups. For the visiting Stevenson University Mustangs, coached by first-year head coach Joe Kittelberger with assistants Kenny Burkhart and Brendan Jesse. Starting in goal, number 31, Matthew Cunningham. On defense, number 19, Jonah Carlson. And number 20, Tyler Shabbat. At left wing, number 23, Anthony Breen. At right wing, number 17, Tim Finkenzeller. And starting at center, number 2, Michael Hughes. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, a sophomore from Wayne, New Jersey, number 31, Joe Monte. On defense, a senior from Greenville, South Carolina, number 28, Sean Lipinski. And a senior from Staten Island, New York, number 3, Patrick Flaherty. At left wing, a sophomore from Dedham, Massachusetts, number 11, Brendan Stamm. At right wing, a sophomore from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, number 14, Brian Kramer. And starting at center, a senior from Wilmington, Delaware, number 15, Ethan Sharp. Your Blue Hens are coached by Vince Falkowski, assisted by Bob Stroik and Dylan Green. The on-ice officials for this afternoon's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees John Thompson and Andrew Thompson, and linesmen John Casey Jr. and Nathan Clack. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's time for some Sunday afternoon hockey from Fred Rust Arena. Joe Monte making his first appearance between the pipes this season after Joey Hooper has handled the net-minding duties for 4 wins and 4 defeats for this Delaware side. He's been between the pipes for 8 of 11. Monte, the sophomore from Wayne, New Jersey, getting his first assignment of the season. Nathan Clack with the opening draw. Ethan Sharp will be met by Michael Hughes. Ready for the start? They're off. Stevenson working from right to left in their away black kits, green pants, white band across the center, that sharp new Stevenson Mustang logo. Adorning the front of the sweater is here a shot from Anthony Breen. Is deflected up and away over the glass by Joe Monte, and that gives us a pause in play, just 17 seconds in. So Stevenson on their away black and green, moving right to left. Delaware backed into a corner, literally here for the second face-off of the game. In their home whites, blue buckets, blue pants, blue numbers on the back and sleeves, and the Blue Hen logo adorning the front of those classic, clean home sweaters. The shot from Hughes ricocheted off the back glass. Holding the opposite point was Breen. He gets one away from distance. This covered up by Monte for another pause. 2 stoppages, and we're only 33 seconds into the proceedings. Fresh legs on for both sides. In for the draw for the Blue Hens, Dimitri Mahalios, flanked by Austin Vecchio. And the old double L, Leighton DeMasters, who fails on the breakout here. Puck intercepted, thrown in by Peyton Borak, caught and held by Monte for another pause. So the face-off migrates to the near circle. Borak's second line center, flanked by Bryce Doherty and Austin Martin. On the second Stevenson line, Austin Vecchio, 4 goals, 2 assists on the season. He's in point-a-game territory pretty easily from games reported in the Ocha statistics system. Leading the second line up ice, the shot from Leighton to Masters was sticked away by Cunningham. Nobody home for the rebound chance. And the Hens are back in their own end to recover after the Mustangs dump and chase. Buckman gets this back from Polchlepek. He winds up to throw the puck up the middle, but it was beyond Vecchio's reach. Steadied by Cunningham. And this is left for Aiden Hamilton, working on the defensive with Andrew Loyal. Getz could not hold the right point. This is worked forward by Warrington, advancing past to Hoover. Allows for the Mustangs to set up in the Delaware zone. Warrington, at the base of the Delaware bench, under pressure turns the puck over to Jake Ehrlich. Polchlepek chips this from blue line to blue line. Hamilton recovers. He pulls back into his own zone. Breakout pass beyond the reach of Warrington. Batted down at center red by Getz. Taken away by Hoover and driven back into the Delaware zone. Enough time for the Mustangs to get a couple fresh bodies on as we work our way beyond the first 2 minutes of the opening period of play. Hubert Polchlepek takes a body from Breen. Chabot holds the point. Long shot right into the Monty glove for a pause in play at the 2:17 mark of period number 1, and no score. Johnny Casey, arm in the air. Hey guys, it's over here. Pay attention. It's the little things that sometimes make you go, or chuckle, or a little bit of both. Hughes across his own line to Carlson, and this will come back. Signaled an icing with 17:26 to go in the first. Attacking zone draw for the Hens coming to the left of Matt Cunningham, who's seen one shot and stopped it pretty handily. The mighty Jake Quinn in for the draw. Olensky tries to bulldoze his way through traffic, but he was steered below the goal line by Chabot. Flaherty from distance throws one into a congested slot. Puck was tipped out and away and then cleared into the Stevenson bench with 17:12 to go in the opening period. So it will be another attacking zone draw coming the Blue Hens' way. Hughes and Quinn meet at the far dot. Face-off won by Quinn, but unable to hold the point with Sean Lipinski. Flaherty pulls back into his own end, but gives the puck away under a Finkenzeller forecheck. Here's Hughes, steered to the corner by Flaherty. Centering pass intended for Finkenzeller, fanned on in the low slot. Coming down with control of the puck is Hubert Polchlepek. He flips it from blue line to blue line and then some. He could not connect with Olensky. And a frozen puck under the glove of Cunningham yields another pause in play at the 3:15 mark of a back and forth stop and go first period, which has yielded 6 shots so far, 5 of them from the Mustangs, who beat Drexel earlier in the weekend 11-0, and Delaware only mustering 1. Hens a little flat-footed in the early go. Their defensive play, though, has been good. Yes, Monty's seen 5 shots, but he's been able to see all 5 shots. If you understand the game, we don't need to go in much more detail than that. So as long as the goalies can see what's coming their way, a lot easier for them to manage. Oginski, bodied by Carlson, gives the puck away to Martin. Back up to Jonah Carlson this comes. Buckman plays the body on Martin to separate him from the puck. This caroms beyond the reach of Cornett to the far corner. Engelman to Variale, taken away from him. Walking in for a shot was Martin. He let one go from 22 feet, but it skipped wide of the far post. Flom the other direction. Can't get out of his own zone. Buckman takes a shoulder from Cornett in the near corner. They're tied up away from the puck as Joey Engelman tries to work this ahead. Oginski could not clear. He was pickpocketed by Martin. Oginski again, working below his own goal. More time and space for Engelman at the opposite side. Now a D-to-D pass back right side to Buckman. He lets this go. He lofts it beyond his own blue line. Hand pass called against Josh Flom. We'll see this come back into the Delaware zone with 15:29 to go in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. This coming all the way back to the right of Joe Monte, who stopped 5 of 5 so far. Sharp and Robinson take the draw. Puck over the glass and out as it rolls behind the net again. Our production assistant, the stat man Eli Swope, standing in on videography duty today, and as always, doing a heck of a job for us. Great to have Eli in off the bench, wearing his many hats on this Sunday afternoon. The shot from Schroeder into the Monty glove for save number 7. .15 to go in the first. No score between Stevenson and Delaware in their first of 2 meetings this year. Here's Sharp leading a 2-on-2 counterattack. His shot from the top of the right circle was blocked by Hamilton. Follow-up chance came from Christian. He gets one through right down the pipe, but it's caught and held by Cunningham for a break in the action at the 5:02 mark of the opening period of play. Big Guns staying on for the Hens, and they bring on their top D pair as well with the opportunity for last change. Kramer in the face-off circle across from Hughes, so the top centermen meet. Flaherty protects the right point. Puck rolls on its rib to the far corner from behind the goal. Stam caroms this back to Flaherty at the right half wall. He shot from distance. It was blocked easily by Chabot, patrolling the net front area. Breen leads a 2-on-2 counterattack from right to left, but the drop pass to Finkenzeller didn't connect. Odd man rush for the Hens the other way. Here's Kramer, net front, Stam scores! Brendan Stam with his 4th of the year. And the Blue Hens strike first on Sunday afternoon. This an end-to-end attack. Which sees Stam light the lamp for the 4th time this year after having the lone goal at Millersville yesterday. Oh, Delaware goal! His 4th of the season. Scored by number 11, Brendan Stam. Assisted by number 14, Brian Kramer. And number 15, Ethan Sharp. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 36 seconds in the first period. Stam's 4th from Kramer and Sharp at 5:36. And they do it again! Lightning in a bottle for the Blue Hens, and Pat Flaherty notches his 1st of the year to make it 2-0 Delaware. Two goals in 29 seconds. Flaherty winds up from distance off the cross-ice Vecchio feed. And the Blue Hens wasting no time doubling up the Mustangs. That one, Flaherty from Vecchio, is confirmed on the tape. Looking for a third was Mahalios, denied by Cunningham. There a chance from Joey Engelman. Sticked right back toward him. Now controlled in the near corner. Engelman plays this behind the net. DeMasters loses his footing, and trying to chip this clear was Schroeder, but to no avail. Delaware's second goal, first of the season, scored by number 3, Patrick Flaherty. Assisted by number 10, Austin Vecchio. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 5 seconds in the first period. Flaherty from Vecchio at 6:05. Face-off is spotted to the right of Joe Monty with 13:01 to go in the first period. We've got our first penalty of the game. They will be assessed to Leighton DeMasters. Which puts the Hens on their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the afternoon. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 25, Leighton DeMasters, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 59 seconds in the first period. DeMasters 2 for tripping at 6:59. Hamilton launches the puck from center point wide of the cage. This comes back to Hoover at the left point via Hughes. They play keep away near side. Hughes dishes this into the corner to captain Chris Robinson. Winding up from distance was Hoover, but his shot again off its mark. Carlson, Hoover, Carlson. Back to the corner, and Robinson it goes, but beyond his reach, this puck is carried by Sean Lipinski. Out the left side from behind the Delaware net, he winds up, he feeds this puck up ice to Stam, trying to bulldoze his way in. He got tied up, Stam did, trying to cut through the low slot. Hens will not get a trip there, but Austin Vecchio, trying to generate some more shorthanded magic, launches a shot in from just inside the line into the glove of Cunningham. This goes with 11:58 to go in the first period. And Delaware, with 57 seconds left on their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the afternoon, have generated themselves an attacking zone faceoff. Vecchio in for the draw. Play stopped by John Thompson as he signals a hook. And this is going to even things up. As Warrington is ruled off. Eight minutes and 7 into the first period. And we're now 4-on-4 for the next 45. The Stevenson penalty was assessed to number 48, Matthew Warrington, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 7 seconds in the first period. Warrington, 2 for hooking at 8:07. Lots of open ice for these Blue Hens to work with, now 4-on-4 for the next 20. Mahalios could not find Ehrlich on the stretch pass. Robinson recovers and pulls behind his own net. Carlson, cross-ice feed to Loyal. Loyal works this ahead to Hughes. He's met by Ehrlich at the Delaware blue line. He dumps the puck in from there. It's chased down by Getz in the near corner of the Delaware end. And for the next minute 5, the Hens are on their first Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Vecchio bulldozing through traffic. He got tied up and lost his footing as he approached the Stevenson net. Couldn't get the shot away that he'd hoped. Mustangs clear. No icing to be concerned with given the shorthanded situation for the next 45. Sharp, Kramer, Stam, DeMasters, and now Olensky. So 5 forwards on right now for the Blue Hens. Leighton DeMasters tried to put one on a T-net front. It was blocked out of harm's way by Hamilton patrolling the net front area. Here he swats another loose puck out of harm's way from the top of the blue paint. Mustangs clear, and DeMasters hustles back to his own line to recover. The re-entry is clean. to Masters, double teamed, tries to stick handle through traffic. He gives the puck away to Hamilton, who launches it up ice again. We are exactly halfway through the first period from Fred Rust Arena. It's a 2-0 hockey game. Advantage Blue Hens over the Mustangs in what is their first of 2 meetings this season. And now we're back 5-on-5 after successful penalty kills from both teams. Engelman bodied off the puck. This is flipped clear by Borak up the right wing boards. Recovered by Buckman in his own end. He clears right on net. That one went. Cunningham had to play the puck, so he's credited with a save here. His 7th on 9 total shots to this point in the hockey game. Here's Flom winding up from 28, but he clears the crossbar and sends that puck into the back netting. Out of play with 9:21 to go in the first period. Whether you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 to schedule a free consultation. That's 302-466-LONG, or visit Heather online at injuryde.com. Play whistled to a halt by John Thompson with 8:54 to go in the opening period. Father-son referee team of John and Andrew Thompson adjudicating this game with linesman Nathan Clack and John Casey Jr. Stam and Hughes meet at the far dot of the Stevenson zone, and the Mustangs try to steamroll forward. But the Stampede is cut short above the blue line by Michael Buckman as he slows up Finkenzeller. Buckman steps back in over the line to reestablish attacking territory for the Hens. Puck is tied up by Kramer. Hughes takes it away. He fires a cross-ice pass off the far boards. Anthony Breen backs into the Delaware zone. His entry ruled onside by Casey. Schroeder chips this into the far corner. Sharp with a pump fake gains some space from Finkenzeller, but he's swarmed by Breen after trying to cut through the slot. Breen throws the puck toward the cage. Engelman intercepts in the low slot area. This is pushed by Stam up the middle of the neutral zone. Volleyed back by Schroeder from behind center red. Engelman to Kramer up the right wing boards. Kramer tips the puck in behind the Stevenson goal. With the 12-minute mark and a couple ticks here in the first period, that's enough to enable a changing of the guard for the Blue Hens, who've gotten their second line back on. Second line producing just as much, if not more, than the first. Vecchio with 4. Mahalios yet to get one on the board this season, and DeMasters with a trio himself. Net front chance for Stevenson's Peyton Borak, denied by Joe Monty, and we're going to see it again. This game is all about capitalizing on mini 2-on-1s. They get one right here. The pass across the Royal Road. Solid effort. But ultimately, Joe Monty with the last word, thwarting that A-grade Mustangs chance. 7:25 to go in the opening frame. This will be an icing against Delaware. The Hens and the Mustangs getting right back where they started from. And center Peyton Borak opts for the near circle draw across from third line Delaware centerman Jake Quinn, who again riding high off his 4-goal night against Georgetown 8 days ago. Olensky gives this away to Owen Cornett. Cleared back to center. Flaherty recovers to Lipinski. Pass up the middle, off its intended line to Polchlepek. Taken away by Shabbat. Long shot, paddled up away to the far corner by Monty for save number 8. So far, so good for the sophomore from the Garden State in his first appearance between the pipes this season for the Hens. Flaherty to Polchlepek. Cross ice pass broken up right at the blue line by Warrington. Lipinski chases the rolling puck to the base of his own bench. He plays a hard carom shot behind the net, pushed by Polchlepek up the near side, but he gets stood up by Warrington, right at his own blue line. Polchlepek stays with the play. He gains some space. He gains the blue line. Now he's looking for an opportunity to get a clean pass or a shot away. He was marked the whole way by Hoover and kept high in the zone, so he's forced to dump in, and some fresh legs come on for the Blue Hens. This launched in by Ehrlich from over the center logo, a delayed offside. Now cleared as everybody tags up, and Oginski is the pursuer as Hamilton connects with Breen on the breakout from right to left. Inside the final 6 minutes of the first period, Delaware with a pair of rapid-fire goals. Separated by just 29 seconds, Stam with his fourth of the year in the 6th minute, Flaherty with his first of the year in the 7th minute, setting the tone early and establishing an early advantage for the home team. This is Jake Ehrlich trying to wind up. He could not clear. Hughes' shot was wide from just inside the blue line. Hughes again. Pushed to the far corner by Ehrlich. This worked around the horn by Loyal to Hamilton. His shot bothered by Oginski stepping up to ensure pressure. Hamilton again, confronted by Oginski. Hamilton launches from center point, wide and high into the back glass. Hens clear after facing a barrage of errant shots. Hamilton right into traffic, gained to the zone but lost the puck 10 feet in. Michael Buckman waits a beat. He connects with Oginski up the right wing boards. Oginski gains the Stevenson zone. Variale races to the far corner to recover the puck for Delaware after an errant Oginski pass. Vinny's shot into the stick of Cunningham and over the glass and out with 4:35 to go. In the first period, Hens with a 2-0 lead over the Stevenson Mustangs, and the big guns come on for the attacking zone faceoff. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. This is offside. And pretty clearly so with 4:23 to go in the first. Martin preceded the puck in, and that is offside any way you look at it. Unfortunately for the Hens, they'll be pushed deeper in their own zone after an icing with 4:14 to go. Stam in the circle could not clear. Here's Martin shooting under two-ply defensive Delaware pressure. The shot was wide. Doherty tied up in the near corner. Puck is knocked loose from that two-a-side scrum, and Joey Engelman rifles this up ice. Race onto the line. Dead heat on the race to the puck is ruled by linesman Nathan Clack. So there's no icing this way, nor the other direction, as the puck was ruled tipped off a Delaware's stick out of the Stevenson zone. Lipinski backhands this back to center, recovered by Robinson. Volleyed right back to Sean Lipinski. Diagonal pass out of the zone, connects with Kramer, but he's into a 1-on-4 as we enter the final 200 seconds of the first period. Delaware's got a 2-0 lead over the Stevenson Mustangs. Mahalios skip pass through the low slot, nobody home to receive it. Trying to hold the point was Lipinski, getting some support from DeMasters. They maintain the puck but lose the zone, so the Hens have to pull back and regroup as we come to the antepenultimate minute of the first period of a 2-0 hockey game. Advantage Delaware after Stevenson controlled the momentum for the first few minutes. Those two rapid-fire goals round about the 6-minute mark of the first period really shifted things in Delaware's favor in a hurry. This is out of play with 2:47 to go in the first period. please set the game clock to 2:47. 2 minutes, 47 seconds. Thank you, Andrew. So 2:47 to go in period number 1. The Hens maintaining attacking zone momentum. Vecchio, however, was stood up by Warrington. Transition play to Hoover did not connect. Hoover pulls back. Pass up the neutral zone, too hard for Robinson to handle, and here comes Mahalios the other way. Dimitri Mahalios steered by Hamilton to the near corner. Takes a body. He gives it right back to Robinson. Shot from distance. Held on to by Cunningham. And Vecchio couldn't finish on the doorstep with 2:15 to go in the first period of play. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Puck out of play with 2:02 to go. Sets up a face-off to the right of Matt Cunningham, who stopped 10 of 12 to this point in the hockey game. Mustangs control this draw. Hughes looking for space out of his own zone. This is flipped up ice by Breen, but into a pair of Delaware defenders back at their own line. Polchlepek from Getz gives this away at center to Breen. Breen pushed to the far wall by Polchlepek, could not get a quality shot away. It was blocked. Puck subsequently cleared by Olensky, but Hughes recovers for the Mustangs at center. Long shot off the waffle board of Monty and out of bounds. 91 to go in the first. Two 2-0 the score, advantage Delaware. And the face-off is going to come to the right of Joe Monty, who just recorded his 9th save on as many shots faced to this juncture. Delaware with control off the D-zone draw. Puck tipped by Oginski beyond center, enough to negate the icing. Flom races this down in the Stevenson zone, but it's given away to Loyal. Loyal bodied off the biscuit by Oginski, offering support as Robinson to gain Stevenson control. Here's a one-on-one. Warrington steered to the near corner by Engelman after trying to chase down the puck. We have entered the final minute of the opening period of a 2-0 hockey game. Delaware, after a little bit of a slow start, out guns blazing at the 5.5-minute mark, and it's been pretty back and forth ever since their two rapid-fire goals. Again, one from Stam and one from Flaherty. This is an icing with 38 to go in period number 1. The Borak, Martin, Doherty line on the attack for Stevenson, given the opportunity to change. Fourth line center for Delaware, Josh Flom, surrenders this face-off. The Hamilton shot from distance, sticked into the near corner by Joe Monty for save number 10. Contested rebound at the near half wall. Oginski under duress clears. Variale stick handles past Hamilton, but gives the puck away just after gaining the Stevenson line. Martin to Borak, to Cornett. Hard shot from just above the left dot. A clean look from Joe Monty, and a textbook save to bring us to the final 9 in the first period. Off the Variale turnover, solid 2-on-2. Owen Cornett had plenty of space to work with in the 22-foot range. But just the same, Joe Monty had no trouble seeing that shot right into his glove. And we're going to watch the final seconds of the first period tick away. At the conclusion of 20 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 2, Stevenson Mustangs 0. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm. Welcome back inside the Delaware Hockey Network and Fred Rust Arena on the Sunday afternoon. Period number 1. All Delaware, thanks to 11 saves from Joe Monty, and thanks to a pair of first period goals from the Blue Hens, which we're going to take a look back at right now. First line combining at the 5:36 mark. And it was Brendan Stam to light the lamp. With 29 seconds later, defenseman Pat Flaherty launching one from 50 feet past Matt Cunningham to make this a 2-0 hockey game through the first 20 minutes of action. If you're just joining us, James Witherite with you here from the 412 Communications press box. Our videographer today is the stat man Eli Swope, and we're delighted to have all of you with us here on this Sunday afternoon from wherever you may be. Johnny Casey about to drop the puck on period 2. Robinson and Sharp, and they're off. Delaware moving right to left with a long change in effect here in the second period. They're in their home whites. Stevenson in black, green, and white, moving right to left. Again, the Mustangs 3-3 coming into today's game under the leadership of first-year head coach Joe Kittelberger, an alumnus of the Stevenson Blue Line, along with his fellow coaches in Kenny Burkhart and Brendan Jesse, all part of the original 8 skaters that comprised the Stevenson ACHA team dating back to their inception in 2017. The Lipinski shot was turned aside by Cunningham for his first save of the second period. Engelman back to recover in his own zone. Sean Lipinski, short against center, rolls the puck gently behind the Stevenson goal. Partial changing of the guard for the Blue Hens. And a skittering puck swatted back by Engelman toward the Stevenson blue line, didn't make it back in. Buckman pulls back to his D partner Joey Engelman up the left side. He launches a breakout pass which bounces off the stick of DeMasters at center and trails back midway into the Stevenson zone where Chabot clears it back out. This comes back toward Tyler Chabot, he and Jonah Carlson. Pair of veteran Mustangs, the starting D pair here in the second period. Tim Finkenzeller tied up by Vecchio. Carlson trying to maintain control for Stevenson. Puck skitters through the slot. It is corralled by Breen and cleared beyond the reach of Engelman. He had to trail back inside his own blue line to recover the puck. Mahalios overskates it just inside his own line. This is dumped by DeMasters the rest of the way up ice. No icing, as the Hens are able now to set up in attacking territory, or they were, before Michael Hughes bulldozed his way up the right wall. Shot, saved by Monty, cleared out after Monty lost sight of it momentarily. Clack waves off the icing right as Aiden Hamilton put on the brakes in pursuit of the puck back to his own goal line. Sering and Quinn chase the puck down in the near corner of the Delaware zone. Getz recovers. He clears. Loyal fans on it, trying to protect the attacking zone for the Mustangs, and that's enough to negate the icing, so says Johnny Casey. Olensky tries to jam one in net front, never got the shot away. Olensky reemerges with the puck from the near corner. He plays this behind the net to Polchlapek. Polchlapek changes direction in the far corner, give and go with Olensky below the goal line. To Polchlapek again. Off his backhand to Getz. Swatted back the other direction. The near 2/5 of the zone completely vacant at that moment in time, so lots of time and space for the Hens to operate with. But a botched pass to Jake Quinn leads to a turnover and leads to Aiden Hamilton. Seeing his 2-on-2 counterattack called back offside. 3 minutes and 16 into second period action. And a neutral zone faceoff comes right in front of the Stevenson bench. This driven by Robinson in behind the Delaware goal. Variale could not break out cleanly. Warrington, drop pass, Robinson, hard shot off target. Robinson could not bring down his own rebound in the far corner. Now he's surrounded by white sweaters from all angles. Josh Flom tips the puck right back to Robinson, but he's pushed farther up the boards by Oginski. Centering pass into a congested slot was intercepted, subsequently cleared. Hacked by Oginski in over the Stevenson blue line. Puck over skated by Vinny Variale as he ran out of real estate. And Carlson's going to try to slow down the pace for the Mustangs. He lofts the puck off the toe of his backhand up ice. This rolls over the Delaware goal line, and it will come back an icing with 4:04 elapsed in the second period. And the Delaware Blue Hens looking to pad a 2-0 intermission advantage. Face-off spotted to the left of Cunningham. Out of the scrum, Ethan Sharp gained control of the puck. He tried to set up Stam right behind the cage. But Stam turned the puck over, and Hoover pursues deep in Delaware territory after leading the charge up ice. Lipinski off the near glass. Gives this back to Schroeder. Volleyed between the 15s across neutral territory. Sharp carries in. Stam looking for a second. This is deflected up and over the backboards by Cunningham for another stoppage with 15:24 to go in period number 2, and a 2-0 Delaware lead holding intact right now. Sharp and Hughes. Puck kicked back to the center point where waiting was Sean Lipinski, but his options were limited from there amid high pressure. There is no icing here as Breen on his horse got well to the goal line in time over the back-checking Pat Flaherty. He brought the puck back to the left dot, just inside it actually, took a shot from there. Monty with save number 13. Flaherty and Finkenzeller converge on the vulcanized rubber in the far corner of the Delaware zone. Finkenzeller behind the cage leaves this to Anthony Breen. He tried to center from below the goal. Caught a bad bounce off the back frame of the Delaware cage, and this is brought up ice, at least momentarily so by Lipinski. He's back to regain the puck as Breen keeps the forechecking heat on him. 5.5 into the second period. Breakout pass to Brian Kramer, 1-on-2. Kramer steered to the far corner. He regains the puck after a Hamilton stick check slowed him up. Headman pass to Engelman. The kick back to Stam, broken up by Chabot. This now on the stick of Mahalios. Around the horn it goes to the Masters. Back to Mahalios, working the right point. He and Stam switch positions. Stam is off, Vecchio's on, so the second line's on in full. Buckman Has Cornett tied up at the left point. This puck is worked back into neutral territory by Michael Hughes of Stevenson. Recovered deep in the Delaware end by Engelman. We're past 6 minutes in the second of a 2-0 hockey game. Advantage Blue Hens. Austin Vecchio with a hot hand. Shoots through traffic. It's held on to by Cunningham for a pause. We'll see this again. Solid chance for the Blue Hens, with Austin Vecchio opening fire from 35 feet. But Cunningham getting the final say. Engelman holds the zone off the failed clear to Masters. Could not bulldoze through traffic. He was stood up by Carlson in the high slot. Doherty gives this away to Ehrlich, but Ehrlich could not clear his own zone. Ehrlich dodges a check, but gaining the puck was Borak. Crashing the net along the right side of the goal line. He was slowed up at the edge of the blue paint. Leighton to Masters, putting on the brakes just above his own blue line. Cross ice pass to Jacob Christian, who gains red before the dump and change for the Hens. Fresh legs on, 7 minutes into the second period of a 2-0 game. Olensky with a takeaway in the attacking zone. He circles behind the net, rips one from the bottom of the right circle, but was well off his intended target. Polchlepek scrapping for the rebound in the near corner alongside Loyal. Quinn coming to the aid of Polchlepek, unable to run the gauntlet behind the net. He regains the puck after Robinson confronted him for it. Doherty, off a cross-ice pass, chases down the puck to the Delaware blue line, where he's met by the shoulder of Jake Ehrlich. In comes Loyal, launching the puck from 65 feet in toward Monty's office. Waffle boarded to the far corner, played by Quinn to Ehrlich. Loyal protected the right point after the breakout pass was too hard for Olensky to control. Olensky perseveres, sets up Polchlepek off the drop pass. His shot from the top of the right circle, right into the chest protector of Cunningham. And out come the Mustangs the other way, but a 2-on-2 counterattack is foiled by Joe Monty. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. 8 minutes and a couple ticks have gone by here in period number 2. Hens 2, Mustangs 0 from Fred Rust Arena in the first half of our Sunday doubleheader on the 412's Delaware Hockey Network. Variale from center tried to launch the puck back into the Stevenson end. Warrington had him trapped along the near boards. Lipinski's going to try up the opposite side. Slowed up by the body of Chris Robinson. Lipinski, the South Carolinian, was still able to get the puck away. Oginski walking into the left dot. He got a good shot lane, but Cunningham again directs this up and out over the corner glass far side with 11 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the second. Shots have been pretty even. 17-15 Delaware with a slight advantage. Faceoffs went Delaware's way in the first period by a tally of 16-11. And in terms of A-grade chances, Delaware's 2 both led to goals. Stevenson's 1. That net front mini 2-on-1 saw Joe Monty maintain the last word. Fourth line trying to make something happen for the Hens. Flom rings the puck to the near corner, where Variale was overpowered by Carlson, but this is lofted over the glass and out. Coming up this evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, the University of Delaware women will try to right the ship after dropping a 6-0 decision to the Huskies of Northeastern University yesterday. In the third period, we'll take a look at what's next on the men's Division II Blue Hens schedule, as this game that we're watching together right now kicks off a 4-game homestand for the Hens. One-timer from Sharp off the centering pass into Cunningham's pads. Stam off his backhand. Tried to throw the puck in from 40 feet. Kramer pressured by Shabbat. This taken away by Finkenzeller. Worked across to Breen. Tipped in behind the Delaware goal. And the Mustangs will change up as we hit the halfway point of the second period. Blue Hens 2, Mustangs 0 from Fred Rust Arena. Brian Kramer up the middle to Stam, trying to split the wickets. He's brought down. He stays with the play, barrels into Cunningham, and the Hens are going to go on the power play. Stam's arguing for a penalty shot. I don't think we have the criteria for it. Carlson's going to go. And he's off for a hook with 9 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the second period. So for the second time this afternoon, Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play for the Blue Hens. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's commitment to health and wellness for athletes of all ages and abilities at DelawareSportsMedicine.com. The Stevenson penalty was assessed to number 19, Jonah Carlson. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 13 seconds in the second period. Carlson 2 for hooking at 10:13. Olensky's got space up the left dots to walk back into the Stevenson end. Drop pass to Vecchio. He tried to feed it to Polchlepek across the line, but that pass was broken up by Austin Martin, and subsequently the Mustangs clear. Vecchio to Flaherty. Quinn, Polchlepek, Olensky are the other three on this second power play wave for Delaware. We'll see the big guns coming on here in a few seconds with all likelihood. Polchlepek drops this back to Flaherty. He throws this off the backboards as he trailed to the far corner. Puck ricochets to Polchlepek. Vecchio to Quinn through the slot. Fanned on by Flaherty after Olensky couldn't redirect it right at the goal mouth. Back this comes to Olensky. He's pressured by Hamilton in the far corner. Now Martin keeping him pinned to the wall. So he caroms the puck behind the net to Jake Quinn, trying to wrap it around. No dice there. Puck came right back toward Quinn, but it was Olensky who controlled the rebound. Polchlepek one-timer faked by Vecchio. He dishes this instead to Flaherty, but he couldn't do anything with it at the far dot as he was swarmed by Aiden Hamilton right as he tried to get one away. Polchlepek on the welcome mat. No, sir, says Cunningham. 8:08 to go in the second period. Solid chance for the Blue Hens with 22 seconds left on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. And a glove save by Cunningham keeps this a 2-0 hockey game. Big guns on now for the Hens. And they score! Brian Kramer, right place, right time. Goes top shelf on Cunningham from point-blank range. And a power play goal gives the Hens a 3-0 lead over Stevenson. This right off the draw. Kramer crashes the net. Off the setup from Stam in the face-off circle. And the Delaware Sports Medicine power play goal. Makes this a 3-0 game. So for Kramer, that's his 4th of the year. And it came at the 11:57 mark of the second period. Robinson and Sharp in for the opposite circle draw. And the Mustangs work forward through traffic. Hoover kept at the Dashers by Ehrlich. Robinson could not control the puck at the near dot. He chases it down back to the boards, played behind the net. Recovered briefly by Ehrlich. Hoover could not center cleanly to Robinson. And this is walked by Brendan Stam back into the Stevenson end. Delaware goal, fourth of the season, scored by number 14, Brian Kramer. Assisted by number 11, Brendan Stam. Time of the power play goal, 11 minutes, 57 seconds in the second period. Kramer's fourth from Stam at 11:57. A power play goal. So we've made it to the final 6.5 minutes of the second period. The Hens have put in 3 against Matt Cunningham and his Stevenson Mustangs. Stam, Flaherty, and now Kramer. And this will be called offside. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Coming to the final 6 of the second. Hens looking to extend their advantage, but Sean Lipinski was tied up by Doherty just upon gaining the Mustangs line. Flaherty, diagonal breakout pass, race on for it. Icing waved off by Nathan Clack at the last second as Schroeder had won the race to the goal line, but that puck was ruled playable under pressure from Vinny Variale, the forechecking Blue Hen. Hamilton dumps this in from center. Lipinski draws Doherty out of position before leaving this to the accelerating Variale. In comes Vinny V, slowed up by Hughes mid-zone. A Hughes stick lift gains possession and control for the Mustangs as they work out of their own end with 5:15 to go in the second. This is Martin. Angle to the near corner by Engelman. Engelman bats the puck out of the reach of Martin, up the far corner. DeMasters clears, high stick on the puck from Hughes, enables Delaware to keep going unabated for the moment. Mahalios does gain the Stevenson zone. He works the perimeter of the zone, and he leaves this puck across the line to Engelman. Thrown in from center point off the stick of Mahalios, kicked away by Cunningham to the far corner, maintained by the Hens. DeMasters to Vecchio, centering pass, nobody home. Hughes floats this forward, but Finkenzeller couldn't reel in the puck just over the line. It is recovered by Engelman, walked back into Stevenson territory. He dishes this to his right, where a Mahalios backhand directs the puck behind the net. Hamilton recovers. Under pressure from DeMasters, Hamilton changes direction before entering the zone more or less up the middle. Long shot was blocked as soon as he got it away. Final 4:12 of the second period from Fred Rust Arena. Hens 3, Mustangs 0, as Delaware looks to A, kick off a 4-game homestand, and B, wrap up a 3-game weekend in victorious fashion. Can't say that we're surprised. Mahalios is at the center of yet another confrontation as he and Anthony Breen exchange words deep in the Stevenson zone. Looks like they're both going to go to feel 2 minutes of shame. Hardly surprised that Mahalios is involved. If we're going to be quite honest about the matter. We're 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. And play has resumed. Particulars coming from downstairs, and as soon as we get them, we'll pass them along your way. Meanwhile, Carlson leaves the puck to Hoover in the near corner. Chabot and Robinson complete the quartet of Stevenson skaters. Breakout pass finds Robinson left to the accelerating Jonah Carlson. Here's a 2-on-1 as Carlson was able to beat the defender to the rush. 2 quick saves from Joe Monte. And roughing penalties both ways. Here we go. The Stevenson penalty was assessed to number 23, Anthony Breen. And we'll come back to it after the goal. Whew. That's a 4th for the Blue Hens. And looks like a 2nd for Brendan Stam. We'll get you a look at it here momentarily. Recapping the penalties, Stevenson penalty, number 23, Anthony Breen, 2 minutes for roughing. Delaware penalty, number 16, Dimitri Mahalios. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 16 minutes, 3 seconds in the second period. Breen, 2 for roughing. Mahalios, 2 for roughing. Both at 16:03. Now we'll give you a look at the Stam goal, and we're going to start it all the way back. In the Delaware zone. That was Stam from Getz. For the 4th Delaware goal, and we're going to stay 4-on-4. Off-ice officials trying to sort everything out as another pair of coincidental minors come our way. And play resumes 4-on-4 with 2:10 to go here in the second. Delaware's 4th goal. 5th of the season, 2nd of the game, scored by number 11, Brendan Stam. Assisted by number 6, Aiden Getz. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 58 seconds in the second period. Stam's 5th second of the game from Getz at 16:58. Stevenson penalty assessed to number 48, Matthew Warrington. 2 minutes for slashing. Delaware penalty. Assessed to number 10, Austin Vecchio. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the coincidental penalties, 17:44 in the second period. Warrington 2 for slashing. Vecchio 2 for roughing. Both at 17:44. So now to the final 85 seconds of the second period. Back to 5-on-5 action, and Quinn is slowed up by a Carlson poke check at the near dot. Polchlepek shoots. He gets one on net. It was turned aside by Jaden Dozier, who came in after the fourth goal. Final minute to go in the second. Now in goal for Stevenson, number 29, Jaden Dozier. Cornett could not get past Monty. "47 seconds to go here in the second. Hens breakout foiled by Schroeder. Robinson give and go to Schroeder, broken up by Lipinski, clogging up the low slot, and the Hens clear. Carlson back to center. Was behind center when he released the puck, but icing ultimately was negated. Final 17. Schroeder long shot, broken up by Sharp to Stam. Here's a 2-on-2. Kramer with space, he shoots! Dozier with the glove save. And we're going to give that another look too. We talk about time and space. Kramer had plenty of it. But Jaden Dozier flashed the leather to keep this a 4-0 hockey game. And with 1 second left in the second period, the Hens are going to try to draw up a set play in the sand for a last-ditch effort at a fifth goal, and it's not going to go. At the end of 40 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 4, Stevenson Mustangs 0. We'll be back after the second intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Brendan Stam, 2 goals, 1 assist through 40 minutes as the Delaware Blue Hens enter the third period with what stands as a 4-0 lead over the Stevenson Mustangs. Nearly a fifth right there in the waning minutes of the second. If not for Jaden Dozier. To flash the leather in the closing seconds of period number 2. Coming in relief for Matt Cunningham, who recorded 20 saves on 24 total shots for the Mustangs, trailing 4-0. As the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II team seek their 5th consecutive win. Sharp double teamed, leaves this to Flaherty at the top of the zone. Headman pass, Stam couldn't redirect it on the doorstep. Hoover fails to clear. Lipinski opens fire from distance. That shot was right into Dozier's pads. Kramer could not leave this to Stam with a behind-the-back pass behind the cage. Carlson lofts the puck up ice. Finkenzeller couldn't bring it down, just shy of the blue line. Sharp turns it to Kramer the other direction. Kramer steered by Chabot into the near corner. Stays with the play and the puck. He tried to cut through the low slot, but he was stonewalled by Peyton Borak, clogging up the goalmouth area. 75 seconds gone here in the third period. Hens with a comfy, cozy 4-0 lead over the Stangs. They'll meet again next month in Baltimore. Buckman to DeMasters. Left back to Buckman at the right point. Mahalios to DeMasters, he scores! Double L, Leighton DeMasters launches one top shelf from the dot. And it's a 5-0 hockey game. The Hens are buzzing. Go to the net, good things happen. DeMasters with his 4th of the year. Coming at the 1:39 mark of the third period. And the Hens extend their lead to 5. Oh, Delaware goal! His 4th of the season. Scored by number 25, Leighton DeMasters. Assisted by number 16, Dimitri Mahalios. And number 26, Michael Buckman. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 39 seconds in the third period. DeMasters is 4th from Mahalios and Buckman at 1:39. First goal against from Jaden Dozier. On 4 shots faced so far this afternoon, working into the evening. 2.5 gone here in the third period. And a 5-0 Delaware lead. Oh no, you don't like to see that at all. Christian took a bad hit from Hughes. And he's slow to get up. We're going to go to break.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Looks like Hughes is just going to get rung up for a trip. We've got a major on the board. The question is it 5 or 5 in game? We're getting a 5-minute major from downstairs against Michael Hughes. So a deluxe version Delaware Sports Medicine power play awaits the Blue Hens. They can score at will during the 5-on-4 and try to extend their 5-0 lead even further. The Flaherty shot was popped high and wide. Polchlepek in the far corner. Carlson swats the puck out of his reach, and Vecchio couldn't keep the zone airtight. This is raced down by Robinson. He lost his footing on the wraparound as he and Vecchio get tied up in pursuit of the puck, and now Quinn recovers. Stevenson penalty was assessed to number 2, Michael Hughes. 5 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 43 seconds in the third period. Hughes, 5 minutes for tripping at 2:43. 39 seconds of that major gone. Good to see Christian ultimately head off the ice on his own power, and fortunately for Michael Hughes, it's not an early end of the day. That looked mighty bad, but you could see from Michael's body language as soon as contact took place, there was no malicious intent whatsoever. This Stevenson group, full of character from top to bottom. That's been a hallmark of this program from day one. These are seriously some of the best human beings that you'll meet anywhere. And as we mentioned during pregame, this is what we term a good blood rivalry, and that has certainly played out to be the case so far today. DeMasters, Stam looking for his third, tried to snipe one from the left dot. This ricochets off the glass, and it rolls up and out. 16:04 to go. Johnny Casey will spot the face-off to the right of Jaden Dozier, who stopped 3 of 4 to this point. Loyal's got to come back on. The window for the change had expired. Carlson back to the bench. Stam again throws one in on net. Kramer couldn't finish on the welcome mat. He was right there to try to put the rebound back, but ultimately failed in that endeavor to get the Hens a sixth. Stam across the line, loses the zone, and the pass over to DeMasters. DeMasters bodied by Doherty into the Stevenson bench area, but he muscles his way in and works deeper into Stevenson territory. Kramer, Mahalios, he shoots and scores! Dimitri Mahalios gets the Hens a sixth on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Mahalios with the finish for that 6th Delaware goal. Adding insult to injury here on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play, and for Mahalios, that happens to be his first of the year. A Delaware goal! His first of the season, scored by number 16, Dimitri Mahalios. Assisted by number 14, Brian Kramer, and number 25, Leighton DeMasters. Time of the power play goal, 4 minutes, 26 seconds of the third period. Mahalios' first from Kramer and DeMasters at 4:26. It was a power play goal. The Vecchio slapper from just inside the line was off target. There's the convert. The mighty Quinn lights the lamp, and it's 7-0. Two power play goals in the span of a minute. Give and go with Olensky. Giving Jake Quinn his 5th of the year. Giving the Hens their 7th of the afternoon. Delaware's 7th goal, 5th of the season, scored by number 9, Jake Quinn. Assisted by number 18, Pat Olensky. Time of the power play goal, 5 minutes, 27 seconds. In the third period, Quinn's 5th from Olensky at 5:27. And the manpower depleted even more. With at the 5:58 mark of the third period, Robinson sent off for tripping. The Stevenson penalty was assessed to number 3, Chris Robinson. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 58 seconds in the third period. Robinson 2 for tripping at 5:58. So we're 5-on-3 for the next minute 15. You see both penalty clocks in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. The one on the left is Hughes, and the remainder of his tripping major. The one on the right is Robinson and his tripping minor. An 8th Delaware goal would cause the Robinson penalty, so the minute 10, to expire prematurely. DeMasters with a goal and an assist so far today. To Kramer, sharp shot, rebound, save. 2 rapid-fire saves by Dozier. And we've got a pause. We'll see it again on the 4-1-2 Communications replay. Solid puck movement led to the sharp shot from the low slot. And the secondary chance on the welcome mat denied too. Flaherty looking for another. Dishes to Vecchio. His shot down the pipe into the glove of Jaden Dozier for another pause. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and its clientele, your team, and your fans. Broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between, including Dubuque, Iowa. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. Visit us at 412communications.com today. The Hughes major has expired. The Delaware momentum has not, as Flaherty picks up his second. That is 4 power play goals for the Blue Hens. An absolute third period tour de force from these gentlemen. As here it's Quinn with the helper. To set up Flaherty's second of the season and the game. Delaware's 8th goal, second of the season and the game. Scored by number 3, Patrick Flaherty. Assisted by number 9, Jake Quinn, and number 18, Pat Olensky. Time of the power play goal, 7 minutes 47 seconds in the third period. Flaherty's second of the game from Quinn and Olensky at 7:47, a power play goal. Suffice it to say, the Blue Hens made the Mustangs pay on that extended shorthanded situation. Hamilton off the feed from Martin over the crossbar into the back glass. 10:40 to go. Martin, time and space, shot, stick save by Monty. This was batted out of midair by the glove of Lipinski into the near corner of the Stevenson zone, where a two-a-side scrap for the puck ultimately goes the Hens' way. Hughes protects the point off the failed Delaware clear. Give and go from Martin. Hughes bobbled the puck trying to traverse the low slot. He's hacked at by Ehrlich. This comes back bouncing off the stick of Warrington and is pushed clear to center by Evan Oginski. In comes Hamilton. Up the left wing boards, he was slowed up mid-zone by Lipinski. Stam comes back the other direction. He weaves through traffic in the high slot. He lost the puck. Supporting him was Ehrlich to drive this back behind the net. Kramer to Stam. We've passed halfway in the third period. The afterburners have kicked on for these Delaware Blue Hens, doubling up their lead from the second intermission to now. 4 quick third period goals, 3 of them with the man advantage. Breen from point blank range couldn't get one past Monty, who comes up with save number 20. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these gentlemen or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is by all accounts an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. Final 9, Sharp tried to snipe one from the bottom of the circle. Lunging for the save was Dozier. Sharp recovers after Anthony Breen walks the puck back out to center. Stam, Kramer, shot, glove save by Dozier. 8:44 to go. And the face-off will be spotted to the left of Jaden Dozier after he comes up with save number 11 on his 15th shot faced. This frozen. A couple seconds tick away. That shot off goal. but definitely not on target. The great misconception is that a goalie playing the puck is enough to register a shot on goal. Not the case. No shot was awarded there because the trajectory of the puck, despite heading through the crease, would not have resulted in a goal in the absence of the netminder. $8:19 to go. As the Hens continue to coast, flying high over the Mustangs of Stevenson. We'll see more of these Delaware Blue Hens in their home nest through the remainder of October. They'll be home twice next weekend. On Friday against St. Joseph's at 6:15 p.m. Eastern. And then on Saturday, the 19th of October, against Penn at 7:45 Eastern. A couple rapid-fire shots in close from Vecchio, turned aside by Dozier. They were supposed to complete their 4-game homestand 12 days from today against Seton Hall as part of a Men's Division I, Men's Division II doubleheader. But that game has been scrapped. So the Hens, in 2 weeks, will travel to the class of 1923 arena to take on the Drexel Dragons. That's on Saturday, the 26th of October. So with the cancellation from Seton Hall, the Blue Hens homestand has been cut to 3. We'll have both the St. Joe's and the Penn game for you here on the Delaware Hockey Network next week. And that Penn game will be the third leg of a 3-game set featuring the AAU and women's teams in action as well. Speaking of the women, they'll be up next on the DHN, roundabout a 6:30 p.m. start time, maybe a hair earlier, as their rivals, the Northeastern Huskies, off a 6-0 win yesterday, will be making the trek back home to Boston through the night after the conclusion of the game. So stay tuned here on the Delaware Hockey Network after the conclusion of this game. We'll reset as quickly as possible, and whenever the action resumes on the ice in front of us, we'll be sure to have it here for you. Be sure to follow us on all the social channels too. Facebook, X, and Instagram at 412comms, and also at DE Hockey Network. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. Learn more at injuryde.com, and to schedule a free consultation, you can call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. Odd man rush for the Mustangs. The give and go from Breen to Hughes. Disintegrated in the low slot. Carlson leads the re-entry up the right wing boards after the Hens briefly cleared. Getz swats this off the near wall. He pushes the puck through traffic out to center. He was sure to gain that red line before carrying it behind the Stevenson goal. Studied by Dozier as we come to the final 5 minutes. Here in the third period of what's been a Delaware tour de force. This covered by Monty for another pause. 4:49 to go. Monty with 21 saves. on as many shots faced so far tonight. Flom and Robinson both cautioned in the face-off circle. After the false start, another shot goes up and out. And we'll try again with 4:46 to go. This one thrown in by Hoover from the top of the circle off the draw. It was batted offline. Finkenzeller, tied up in the corner by Flaherty, gives way. Hoover recovers for the Stangs. Centering pass did not make it to Finkenzeller. Lipinski and he converge in the far corner. They've got some help from Vinny Variale on the Delaware side, who stick handles back to center before being bodied down in open ice by Robinson. And the Mustangs are back in Delaware territory, but Hoover it was, finding himself outnumbered by Blue Hens, ultimately cedes possession and position. Down to the final four. Chabot. Cross-ice pass bounces off the boards in front of the Delaware bench, thrown in by Sering. This caroms to the near corner of the Delaware goal from behind the cage. I should say behind the Delaware zone from behind the cage. There we go. Words are hard. They can be anyway. Flom and Lipinski win the two-a-side battle for the puck in the left corner of their zone in their desired direction of travel. This is thrown back in by Doherty. Flaherty to Lipinski from behind the net. Steered up the left wing boards to Brendan Stam. Breakout floated past Flom, who heads off for a change. Enough time for some fresh legs to get on as Sering re-enters up the left wing boards for the Hens. No, for the Mustangs. Schroeder, slowed up by Flaherty, turnover just above the line, and Stam's got a hat trick. Brendan Stam gives the Blue Hens their 9th of the afternoon, with exactly 3 minutes to go. Delaware goal. His 6th of the season and 3rd of the game. Scored by number 11, Brendan Stam. Assisted by number 14, Brian Kramer. Time of the goal, 17 minutes even in the 3rd period. Stam's 6th, 3rd of the game from Kramer at 17 minutes. So a solid end-to-end effort for Delaware today. 11 skaters on the score sheet with at least 1 point. Breen could not run the gauntlet between the train tracks. Here's Ethan Sharp. Up the right dots. Entry is good. Sharp puts one on net. Vecchio off the rebound makes it 10. And here it comes again. At 18:08. That's going to be given to Ethan Sharp. Looked like Vecchio with the tip from here. But from the opposite vantage point, that reverse angle confirms it was Sharp all the way for his 1st of the season. Delaware's 10th goal. First of the season, scored by number 15, Ethan Sharp. Time of the unassisted goal, 18 minutes, 8 seconds in the third period. Sharp's first, unassisted at 18:08. So the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II team. To say the boys are buzzing is an understatement, as they've put up double digits on the Stevenson Mustangs in front of a home crowd to kick off a 3-game homestand. The Philadelphia area institutions of St. Joseph's and Penn will visit Fred Rust Arena next week. Our co-executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Our assistant producer is Broadway Joe Sindoni. Our videographer and production assistant this afternoon is Eli Swope. Final 10 seconds of a 10-0 rout. Will not tick away in their entirety as Joe Monty holds on with 2 to go. Borak and Quinn take the final draw, and that, friends, will do it. Today's final score, Delaware Blue Hens 10, Stevenson University Mustangs 0. Final shots on goal, Stevenson 23, Delaware 46. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Today's third star, with a 23-save shutout for Delaware, number 31, Joe Monty. Today's number 2 star, with a pair of goals for Delaware, number 3, Patrick Flaherty. And the number 1 star of the game, leading the Blue Hens with a hat trick and an assist, number 11, Brendan Stam. So we turn the page here on the 4-1-2 to the UD women taking on Northeastern, which will be up next, probably approximately 6:15 now, as this game concludes just a touch ahead of schedule. Stam with a hat trick. Monty with a 23-save shutout, and the Delaware Blue Hens, with their 5th consecutive win, improve to 6-5-1 on the year. We'll be back with them next week. Coming up next on the DHN, the Delaware women and Northeastern. We'll be back in roughly a half hour for the second half of our Sunday doubleheader. For the whole crew, for Joe behind the scenes, James Witherite saying thanks for your company. We'll be back here on the DHN in just a little bit, and it's all brought to you by Heather A. Long.